What if everything you thought you knew about your mind was wrong? For centuries, science has told us consciousness is a product of the brain. But what if groundbreaking new research suggests it's far more expansive? What if consciousness exists even beyond our physical bodies? Prepare to have your understanding of reality fundamentally shifted.
Is your consciousness truly confined to your skull? Or is there a universe of thought waiting to be discovered beyond it?
We're about to delve into audacious scientific theories and cutting-edge studies that explore the mind's independence from the brain.
Get ready to challenge conventional wisdom and unlock the mysteries of consciousness itself.
Have you ever wondered if a part of you continues after your body gives out? It's a question humans have pondered for millennia.
And now, science is finally catching up.
Join us as we explore fascinating scientific perspectives on consciousness existing independently of the brain, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible.
And more importantly, we're going to show you how understanding this changes everything about how you access your intuition and break free.
Because your intuition is not a product of your brain, your intuition is a direct connection to consciousness itself.
And when you understand that consciousness exists beyond your brain, you understand how to trust your intuition completely.
This is Darius, revealing the spiritual awakening secret that science is only now beginning to understand.
Let's start with what we've been taught. Neuroscience has mapped consciousness to brain activity for over a century.
We've been told your thoughts come from your brain, your consciousness is generated by your neurons, your mind is confined to your skull.
And this model has been useful. It's helped us understand many things about how the brain works.
But there's a problem, a massive problem that neuroscience has never been able to solve.
It's called the hard problem of consciousness. And it's this: we can map brain activity. We can see which neurons fire when you think or feel something. But we cannot explain why that physical activity feels like something.
Why does red look red? Why does pain feel painful? Why does love feel like love? The physical processes don't explain the subjective experience, and that gap is the hard problem.
And that gap is where the truth lies.
Because if consciousness were truly generated by the brain, the hard problem would be solved. We would understand how physical processes create subjective experience.
But we don't, and we can't. Because consciousness is not generated by the brain. Consciousness is accessed by the brain. The brain is like a receiver, not a generator.
And that changes everything. It means consciousness exists independently of the brain. It means your mind is not confined to your skull.
It means your intuition is not a neural process. It's a direct connection to consciousness itself.
Now, let's look at the evidence. The most compelling evidence comes from near-death experiences.
Thousands of people have reported experiences during clinically declared death, during periods when their brains showed no activity.
And these experiences are remarkably consistent. People report seeing light, feeling peace, encountering beings of light, experiencing unconditional love.
But here's what's fascinating. Many of these people report veridical perceptions. They report seeing things that happened in the hospital while they were clinically dead. They report hearing conversations that happened in other rooms. They report seeing events that they couldn't possibly have known about.
And when researchers have investigated these accounts, they've found them to be accurate. The people saw things that actually happened.
But how is that possible? If consciousness is generated by the brain, how can consciousness perceive things when the brain is not functioning?
The answer is simple. Consciousness is not generated by the brain. Consciousness exists independently.
And during near-death experiences, consciousness is temporarily freed from the brain, and it can perceive things directly.
This is not hallucination. This is not imagination. This is consciousness operating independently of the brain. And this is what your intuition is. Your intuition is consciousness communicating with you directly.
When you trust your intuition, you're trusting consciousness. You're trusting something that exists beyond your brain.
Now, let's look at the quantum perspective, because quantum physics offers a theoretical framework for understanding how consciousness can exist beyond the brain.
There's a theory called Orchestrated Objective Reduction, or Orch-OR, developed by physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff.
This theory proposes that consciousness arises from quantum processes in microtubules within neurons.
Microtubules are structures inside cells, and according to Orch-OR, they can exhibit quantum entanglement.
And quantum entanglement is the phenomenon where particles are connected across space and time. They can influence each other instantaneously, no matter how far apart they are.
So, if consciousness arises from quantum processes, then consciousness is not confined to the brain. It's connected to everything through quantum entanglement.
This explains how intuition works. Your intuition is quantum information flowing through entanglement. Your intuition is consciousness communicating with you through quantum channels that exist beyond your brain.
And this is why intuition is so accurate. It's accessing information that exists in the quantum field. It's accessing truth directly.
When you trust your intuition, you're trusting quantum consciousness. You're trusting something that exists at the deepest level of reality.
Now, let's talk about non-local consciousness. This is the idea that consciousness is not localized to individual brains. Instead, consciousness is distributed throughout the universe. It's interconnected. It's non-local.
And there's scientific evidence for this. Studies have been conducted on distant mental interactions. Researchers have found statistically significant effects when people try to influence distant systems through intention alone. These studies suggest that consciousness can influence reality at a distance, that mind and matter are fundamentally connected.
And this changes everything about how we understand intuition.
Because if consciousness is non-local, then your intuition is not just your individual mind. Your intuition is connected to the consciousness of everything.
Your intuition is accessing information from the unified field of consciousness. It's accessing truth that exists everywhere.
When you trust your intuition, you're tapping into non-local consciousness. You're connecting with the intelligence of the universe itself.
And that's why intuition is so powerful. It's not limited to your individual brain. It's connected to everything.
So let's bring this back to spiritual awakening, because understanding that consciousness exists beyond the brain is the key to spiritual freedom.
Most people think their consciousness is confined to their brain. They think they are their thoughts. They think they are their mind.
But that's not true. Your consciousness is not your brain. Your consciousness is not your thoughts.
Your consciousness is something far greater. It's non-local. It's quantum. It's connected to everything.
And the moment you understand this, you're free. You're free from the illusion that you're confined to your skull. You're free from the illusion that your mind is limited.
You realize that your consciousness experiencing itself through a body. Your consciousness temporarily localized in a brain.
But your true nature is non-local. Your true nature is quantum. Your true nature is connected to everything.
And when you access that truth, you access your intuition completely.
Because your intuition is your connection to non-local consciousness. It's your direct line to truth.
Now, let's talk about what this means for the future, because consciousness research is advancing rapidly.
We have new technological advancements, advanced brain imaging, AI models that can analyze consciousness, quantum sensors that can detect quantum effects.
And scientists are collaborating across disciplines: physicists, neuroscientists, philosophers, spiritual teachers.
They're all working together to understand consciousness, and they're all coming to the same conclusion. Consciousness is not generated by the brain. Consciousness exists independently. Consciousness is fundamental to reality.
And this is going to transform society. When consciousness is proven to exist independently of the brain, everything changes.
We'll understand that death is not the end. We'll understand that consciousness continues. We'll understand that we're all connected.
And we'll understand that intuition is real, that spiritual experiences are real, that consciousness is the fundamental nature of reality.
This is the spiritual awakening that's coming. This is the truth that science is finally catching up to.
So here's what this means for you. Your intuition is not a feeling. It's not a hunch. It's not a guess.
Your intuition is consciousness communicating with you directly. It's quantum information flowing through non-local fields.
And when you trust your intuition, you're trusting something that exists beyond your brain. You're trusting something that's connected to everything.
You're trusting consciousness itself.
And that's why trusting your intuition breaks you free.
Because the moment you trust your intuition, you're no longer confined to your brain. You're no longer limited to your individual mind.
You're accessing non-local consciousness. You're accessing quantum truth. You're accessing the intelligence of the universe.
And from that place, you're free. Completely free.
Free from fear. Free from doubt. Free from the illusion of separation.
Because you understand that you're not separate. You're connected to everything, your consciousness itself.
So here's what I want you to do today.
Don't wait. Don't think about it. Do it now.
Step 1. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Just sit. Just breathe. Just listen.
Step 2. Ask your intuition a question. Any question. What do I need to know right now? What's the truth about the situation?
Step 3. Notice what comes. Don't analyze, don't judge, just notice.
And understand that what comes is not your brain generating thoughts. It's consciousness communicating with you directly.
It's quantum information flowing through non-local fields. It's the intelligence of the universe speaking to you.
Step 4. Trust it. Whatever comes, trust it. Act on it. See what happens.
And notice how accurate it is. Notice how it guides you. Notice how it breaks you free.
That's spiritual awakening happening in real time. That's consciousness beyond the brain revealing itself to you. That's Darius's teaching becoming real in your life.
So let's recap the spiritual awakening secret that Darius has been revealing.
Your intuition is not a product of your brain. Your intuition is a direct connection to consciousness itself.
And consciousness exists independently of the brain. It's non-local, it's quantum, it's connected to everything.
When you understand this, you understand how to trust your intuition completely.
And when you trust your intuition completely, you break free. You break free from the illusion that you're confined to your brain. You break free from the illusion that your mind is limited.
You realize that you're consciousness. You've always been consciousness. You will always be consciousness.
And from that realization, you're free, completely free. This is Darius's message. So here's what I want you to understand. Everything we've discussed today, the hard problem of consciousness, near-death experiences, quantum entanglement, non-local consciousness, all of this is pointing to one truth.
And that truth is what Darius has been revealing throughout this entire series.
In video 1, Darius showed us that we are creators. We have power. We can manifest reality.
But how? How can we manifest reality if consciousness is confined to our brain? How could we create if we're just neural processes?
The answer is we can't, not from the brain, but we can from consciousness itself.
Because consciousness is quantum. And quantum consciousness can influence reality. It can create. It can manifest.
In video 2, Darius showed us that love is what matters, that love is the fundamental force.
But why? Why is love so powerful? Why does love matter more than anything else?
Because love is the frequency of non-local consciousness. Love is the vibration that connects everything.
When you operate from love, you're operating from non-local consciousness. You're operating from the unified field. You're operating from the truth of reality.
In video 3, Darius showed us that authenticity is our power, that being ourselves is the path to freedom.
But why? Why is authenticity so powerful?
Because authenticity is alignment with consciousness. When you're authentic, you're aligned with who you really are. And who you really are is consciousness itself.
You're not your personality. You're not your conditioning. Your consciousness experiencing itself as you.
In video 4, Darius showed us that our soul is eternal and untouchable, that there's a part of us that's beyond death.
And now we understand why. Because consciousness exists beyond the brain. Consciousness exists beyond the body.
Your soul is consciousness, and consciousness is eternal. It cannot be touched. It cannot be destroyed.
In video 5, Darius showed us that fear is the only thing that controls us, that we create our own prison.
But why? Why does fear have such power? Why can fear control us?
Because fear disconnects us from non-local consciousness. Fear confines us to the brain. Fear makes us think we're separate and limited.
But the moment you realize that consciousness is non-local, fear dissolves. Because you understand that you're not confined. You're not limited. You're connected to everything.
In video 6, Darius showed us that intuition is our soul speaking, that we can trust our intuition to break free.
And now we understand why intuition is so trustworthy. Because intuition is consciousness communicating directly.
Intuition is quantum information flowing through non-local fields. Intuition is the universe speaking to you.
When you trust your intuition, you're trusting consciousness. You're trusting something that exists beyond your brain. You're trusting something that's connected to everything.
You're trusting consciousness itself. You're trusting the message that Darius has been revealing.
And that's why trusting your intuition breaks you free.
Because the moment you trust your intuition, you're no longer confined to your brain. You're no longer limited to your individual mind.
You're accessing non-local consciousness. You're accessing quantum truth. You're accessing the intelligence of the universe.
And from that place, you're free. Completely free. This is what Darius has been teaching.
Free from fear, free from doubt, free from the illusion of separation.
Because you understand that you're not separate. You're connected to everything. Your consciousness itself.
So let's recap this spiritual awakening secret.
Your intuition is not a product of your brain. Your intuition is a direct connection to consciousness itself.
And consciousness exists independently of the brain. It's non-local. It's quantum. It's connected to everything.
When you understand this, you understand how to trust your intuition completely.
And when you trust your intuition completely, you break free.
You break free from the illusion that you're confined to your brain. You break free from the illusion that your mind is limited.
You realize that you are consciousness. You've always been consciousness. You will always be consciousness.
And from that realization, you're free. Completely free.
So in the comments, I want you to share something. Share a time when you trusted your intuition and it was completely right. Because when you write it, when you speak it, when you share it, you're anchoring it into your consciousness and you're giving others permission to trust theirs too.
If this resonated with you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. There are people in your life who are spiritually asleep. There are people who don't trust their intuition.
Share this with them. Help them awaken. Help them remember that their consciousness beyond the brain. Help them understand Darius's message.
If you want to go deeper into consciousness research and spiritual awakening, we have more videos coming. Videos on quantum consciousness, videos on near-death experiences, videos on the future of consciousness science.
Right now on your screen, you'll see two options.
Choose the one that calls to you, because your spiritual awakening, your understanding of consciousness, your journey beyond the brain, it's just beginning. You are consciousness. You are non-local. You are quantal. You are free. This is what Darius has been showing us all along.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open to this truth. Thank you for trusting your intuition. Thank you for understanding Darius's message.
We'll see you in the next one.